1,000 Paper Cranes by Milk with Pulp. A loud thumping can be heard down the long hallway from the elevator. The sound is consistent, like a giant is clomping around in a second-story apartment. Caitlyn doesn't let the sound scare her, or at least on the outside. The last thing she needs is for the prisoners to abuse her fear. She's trying to become the sheriff of Piltover one day, but a few criminals aren't going to get in her way. The thumping gets louder the closer she gets. The sound is drowning out the clicking of her heeled boots. 513, 514, 515, 516. The officer stops her long stride at the source of the thumping, a woman with red hair mercilessly punching the wall. The prisoner doesn't spare the officer a moment of her time. Her eyes are laser focused on the indent of the wall. If Caitlyn didn't know any better, she would have thought the wall was damaged by an explosive, not by the hands of this prisoner. She wonders if the prisoner is trying to escape, but she reasons there are far better ways to accomplish that than destroying her hands. Caitlyn glances at the state of the cell behind the redhead. It's tidy and sparse, save for the hundreds of folded pieces of paper perched on every available surface. This piques the officer's curiosity, but it doesn't pertain to the investigation. She needs to keep focus. Caitlyn straightens her posture and clears her throat. I took a look at your file. There's no record of you or your crimes. What are you here for? Inmate 516 keeps punching away, sculpting the thick concrete.
My sunny personality.
Caitlyn isn't surprised by the response. She was expecting the prisoner to keep giving her the cold shoulder until she left. You attacked an inmate. Why? The redhead shrugged mid-punch.
Why not?
He was a witness in an ongoing investigation. Caitlyn takes another look at the cell, looking for any clues on how to crack the prisoner. The redhead changes her stance to southpaw and continues her training without missing a beat.
Bummer.
The officer sighs. She slides the files under her arm. She will have to wait for another witness to appear. This was a waste of time.
Couldn't have put it better.
The inmate growls.
Hey, give Soko a kiss on that winning eye of his, will you?
She hits the wall harder. Soko, the industrialist? This changes everything.
Okay, this is getting old. Can you just send in whoever's going to kick the shit out of me so I can get on with my night?
The prisoner finally stops punching and faces the officer, her arms firmly crossing her chest. Realizing she found a way in, Caitlyn retrieves a photo from the crime scene. Does this mean anything to you? The prisoner gasps. She knows that signature anywhere.
Where did you get this?
My question first. You worked for Soko? Caitlyn leans closer to the bars, ignoring safety protocols. The redhead rolls her eyes.
They all do. How can anyone not know that? Where did you find this?
She reaches for the photo, but the officer pulls it out of reach. There was an attack. This is evidence. I need proof if I'm going to believe what you're saying about Soko. The prisoner scoffs.
I could get it for you, just not from in here.
Caitlyn frowns, weighing her options. Jace might just come in handy. The next day, Caitlyn returns with orders from Jace to release the prisoner for investigative purposes, but she doubts Stillwater would care if she ever returned. Vi tosses a trash bag over her shoulder. Stillwater encouraged her to take her belongings with her, mostly so they wouldn't have much to clean. The trash bag consists of hundreds of paper birds, and nothing else. No diary, no books, no drawings. The two are silent the whole trip to Caitlyn's mansion. She figures Vi is taking in the sights of the city. She begins to wonder if the other has ever been to Piltover, and how much has changed in the time she has been incarcerated. The officer can only hope her mother is out working, so she doesn't have to explain why someone from the Undercity is in her house. Luck isn't on her side. However, her father is also home. Maybe he can curb some of her anger. Caitlyn! Her mother grinds her teeth. Who is that? Mother, this is Vi. She is here to assist in an ongoing investigation. The counselor looks the ex-con up and down with an air of disapproval, something Vi is no stranger to. She's from the Undercity, isn't she? Vi ignores the two women arguing about her. She glances around the room in awe of the decor. The redhead hasn't seen a place like this before. The high ceiling with gold trim and solid stone floors she can see her reflection in. Oh yeah, this chick is loaded.
Honey, I think we should let the girls rest. I'm sure they had a long day.
Caitlyn releases a stress-filled breath and grabs Vi's hand. The two sprint upstairs, far away from the scary councilwoman. Once in the officer's room, Vi drops her bag of valuable folded paper. She spares no time and flops on the enormous bed. Hey, Vi, get off! You're dirty! Caitlyn commands Redhead, her foot tapping against the marble floor.
Why? 'Cause I'm from the Undercity?
Vi bites back. Caitlyn shakes her head furiously. She's offended Vi would think of her like that. What? No, you've been living in a filthy cell for years. You smell like mothballs and rotten fish. When was the last time you bathed? Vi pauses. She pauses for a little too long, trying to remember when she had a shower with soap and not just washing her ass in the small sink.
What month is it?
Caitlyn smiles softly. I'll draw you a bath. I'll be but a moment. True to her word, Caitlyn returns with a white towel that probably won't stay white after use. Here you go. I have a spare toothbrush on the counter and a change of clothes that might fit.
Thanks.
Vi smiles. She is confused by the generosity and kindness from the officer. Once the bathroom door clicks shut, Caitlyn is left alone with her thoughts. She decides to be productive and change into some sleepwear and review her notes. The officer keeps glancing from her notebook to the large trash bag of folded paper. She needs to know what they are. Caitlyn strains to hear any indication of Vi getting out of the tub. She only hears quiet splashing. She sneaks to the bag and unties the messy knot and pulls out one of the hundreds of papers. Caitlyn holds the paper like it's a precious diamond. Upon closer inspection, she notices the paper used for the creation is some sort of noodle takeout menu. She pulls out another. This one is made from the page of a Bible. Caitlyn examines the figure from all angles. To her, it just looks like a paper bird without any significance. Maybe it was a hobby to occupy Vi's time when she isn't fighting Silco's men. Caitlyn gasps in horror as the paper bird she dropped unfolds itself. Oh, she is fucked if Vi finds out she was going through her things. She panics and tries to refold the creature back together, but she ends up unfolding it more. Years in the academy, wasted. Wait, what? Caitlyn sees inside of the bird has writing, not the usual print of a menu. She unfolds the paper completely and reads the note.
Why am I still here? I didn't do anything wrong. It's been months since I've seen Powder. I hope she's doing okay. I'm so fucking sorry, Powder.
Caitlyn stares at the note, her heart broken from the contents. She wonders who this Powder is and why Vi is sorry. She reaches her hand in the bag and pulls another paper bird like she is drawing for a game of bingo.
I did it. Silco's enforcer is dead. I didn't want to do it, but he kept on hitting me. I just wanted him to stop. I can't do solitary with the guards' painful chats. I can't do this anymore. I hope Pow Pow is doing better than me.
Caitlyn covers her mouth with her hand. Vi's file didn't have any notation of her killing another inmate.
I think they came out good. I really like the extra touches next to the gears. I know he kept on saying tattoos hurt, but I hardly felt it. Okay, maybe a few spots felt tender. But I feel like I own something around here that no one can take away from me. Well, unless someone skins me.
Caitlyn smiles. She wonders how old Vi was when she got her tattoos. She fished out another paper and kept reading.
Rain is strange. It's like a leaky pipe, but I guess more? Thunder sounds like gunshots. It reminds me of what happened at the bridge. I miss Mom and Dad. I miss you too, Powder.
There it is again. Powder. Caitlyn wonders if it's a lover or a close friend.
It's so fucking cold. They won't give me a blanket. I hate it here. The guards said I haven't been here long enough to earn a blanket. Are they really expecting us to fight each other? I've never been this cold. The heat from the fissures has always kept our shit shack warm.
Caitlyn is appalled by conditions Vi had to face in Stillwater. She has heard rumored that it's the place where they lock up criminals and toss out the key. She will petition for an audit in the future. No one should be treated like this.
I won't give up on you. I know you're out there. I will survive this hellhole and make it up to you. I have nothing but time to think, to replay the events of that night. Vander told me I have a good heart and to protect the family. You see how that turned out. Everyone died because of my decision to get Vander back, and I hurt my only sister. I was so mad at myself, I took it out on you. Where are you? Are you okay? Fuck, I'm so sorry, Powder. I'll do anything to make it up to you.
Caitlyn wipes the tears from her cheek. She can feel the pain in every smudged word. A knock on the door startles the officer, but she is relieved when she sees the cheerful face of her father.
Hey, sweetie. I just wanted to... Are you okay?
Tobias' smile flips to a concerned frown, ready to comfort his daughter at the drop of a hat. Yeah, I'm fine. I read something sad.
All right. I'm here if you need me.
Her father's eyes lock on the paper figurine.
Is that a paper crane?
Tobias leaves the doorway to stand next to his heavy-hearted daughter.
Wow. I haven't made one of these since I was a child.
He picks one of the many cranes on the floor next to Caitlyn.
I remember sitting by the fire with my grandparents, learning how to fold these.
Tobias smiles like he's that child happily drinking tea and trying to get an extra cookie when his grandfather wasn't looking.
I'm guessing your friend made these.
Her father nods at the bag filled with them.
I wonder who taught her. It's a very old Ionian tradition. I doubt many people outside of Ionia do.
The elder smiles with his eyes, his deep wrinkles crinkling from the years of happiness.
Legend has it, if you fold 1,000 paper cranes, your wish will come true.
He strokes his beard.
I was also told by my grandmother, the wish you make doesn't come true if the universe sees that you should find true love or wealth instead.
He shrugs.
Oh well, let me know what she wishes for.
He kisses Caitlyn's forehead and leaves the two women alone. Oh shit, Vi! Caitlyn realizes the redhead has been absent from the room for a very long time. Caitlyn knocks on the door. There is no answer. She tries the doorknob and it's unlocked. She chastises herself. Oh right, they probably don't have doors that lock in their bathrooms. She opens the door to see Vi under a thick layer of pink bubbles fast asleep. Caitlyn kneels by the tub and gently taps the fighter's cheek, trying to stir her from her dream without upsetting her.
Huh?
Vi looks around the room, trying to recall how she ended up in a bathtub straight out of a catalog. Hello, sleepyhead. Caitlyn reaches out to brush Vi's cheek with her thumb. Vi leans into the soft touch.
Well, hello to you too. I'll be out in a sec.
Caitlyn removes herself from the bathroom and settles back into her spot with the paper cranes. She stacks the unfolded ones together and places the others back in the bag. She pulls one more out. She swears it's the last one she's going to read.
I keep sending letters to anyone who would listen. From Piltover to the Undercity. No one has responded to my case or lack of case. How the fuck did they send me to the worst prison in the world without a trial? I'm just a kid. Get me out of here. I'm innocent. Powder needs me. I see you found my birdie's little secret.
Vi steps by Caitlyn, still drying her hair with a now gray tinted towel.
In here I thought all enforcers are dumb.
The ex-con takes a seat next to Caitlyn, refolding the paper cranes.
It's amazing the lengths people will go to steal each other's shit. Once I realized no one wanted to steal my stupid paper bird, I could have my 5 seconds of escape. Here, let me show you.
Vi reaches behind her to pull one of the sheets of paper from the huge map in front of Caitlyn's bed.
Like this.
Vi shows step by step how to fold the paper while Caitlyn makes meticulous mental notes. The redhead smiles softly at the bird resting in the palm of her scarred hand. How many have you folded? Vi leans forward to whisper in Caitlyn's ear like what is going to say is a government secret.